Good morning traders, and welcome to this week's weekly market analysis, Monday the 23rd of September. Alright, this week quite a bit of data coming out. I've got it all listed here on my side, but the key highlights to look out for. Locally, we have our interest rates decision from the RBA on Tuesday, 2:30, so look out for that one. It affects everybody with the prime talking points locally interest rates regarding to mortgage rates. So that's on Tuesday, and the other key news is on Wednesday, which is the inflation figures which are due out for Australia. Okay, so I've got everything listed here on my side, just please take note. With that said, let's kick off and have a look at our analysis for this week. Alright, this week we'll start off with the Aussie US dollar. Looking at this one, let me just zoom out so I can show you. I've got a really nice line that I've drawn across here. I've drawn that a little bit crooked, but there you go. And that line is basically a level where the market has been resistive, so it's come to that level and shot down on quite a few occasions, including, I'll just zoom in a little bit more. The most recent one is we actually took this trade. That was a winning trade that we took. We are there again right now, and there is an opportunity to see if we can get triggered into a trade again. So let me just highlight for you the two candles that I'm specifically looking at. It's those two there. It's a set of inside candles which have occurred in the correct spot. So the way that you would trade this is, here's the low, see the doji here. So that's the low. That's today's current candle, which is around about an hour and a half into formation. If that candle was to break the low, that's it. We are in and we are sellers in this particular market. However, if this candle comes and breaks the top first, well then you need to come back and cancel out that order, as it would not be valid. Okay, so basically we have a pending order in the market. If we shoot down and breaks the low first, that's it, we're in the trade as a short. If it triggers and breaks the top first, then we need to cancel out the pending order down below. All right, so there you have it. That's the Aussie US for this morning. Let's move along, have a look at the Euro USD. Let me just quickly zoom out Euro USD. Okay, I'm just going to draw a line here. Just to basically what I'm doing is I just want to catch that last high. I just want to see where it is in relation to my current setup. And now let's zoom in and bring it down. Okay, so it's over there. All right, so there's two areas that I have an interest in. Is firstly, let me just highlight it. There's a possibility that there could be some kind of retracement here so that we can trade, and that's based off this top there. All right, however, also keep an eye out open that it could also happen there, which relates to that previous high that I just, when I zoom out, I showed you, which is there. Okay, so they relate to each other. So in my chart, I will keep it marked as such. So I'm looking for trade opportunities to occur either here or here, and basically what I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for a reversal in the way of an inside candle or an engulfing candle to indicate that the market has come up and is exhausted, and basically shows me the opportunity to trade down. So for example, if right now it just ignores this, and this is today's candle, and it shoots right through like this, and then we get another candle that goes up again, and then we get up to this level like this, and then I get my little inside candle over there, well then basically I could take the trade off that line as it went straight through this one. Okay, so I'm looking for both opportunities. All right, so that's the Euro USD this morning. Let's see how this one plays out for us. All right, moving along, let's have a look at the US yen. Let me zoom out again just so that I can see key levels. Okay, we've broken it. Okay, US yen pretty much in very strong downtrend, and you can see if I draw here these pullbacks and coming down and pullbacks and coming down, and there's a pullback right now, so there could be a trade opportunity right now. Let's zoom in. So what I'm looking for specifically, let's see if I can draw it. Let's have a look at this this candle where my cursor is right now, that was Friday's, that's this morning's. If today's candle, as an example, should finish and look something like this, and I'll try and draw it in the correct color. So let's say it was to look something like that. Well, then on tomorrow morning, you could basically set up on the break of the low to become a seller and continue your trade in the direction of the trend. All right, so we're trying to trade with the trend, and what we're looking for is the market's pushing down and pulling back. On the pullback, if I get a candle pattern like I've drawn, that's a reversal, which would mean as it pulls back, shows the exhaustion, this is a signal that's going to reverse, so then we take the trade in the other direction as this in continuation of the trend. Okay, so there you have it. That is the US yen. Let's move along, have a look at the GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD, zoom out so I can see, nothing much happening. Okay, so with this one, what I'm going to look for, we've already broken that high. We can see that through this section here, it's zigzagging quite nicely. So what I need to wait for here is, let me just shrink my chart so I can show you a little bit better. It's zigzagging. So wait till it comes down. When it comes down, at some point, I'm just drawing arbitrarily in this area, at some point like this, for example, look for the candle reversal pattern, and then that will be your indicator to be a buyer and to continue in the direction of the trend. All right, so if it was to happen, it could look like, you know, you could get the little candle pattern. I'll just draw them the same color, it doesn't really matter. As you go up, pulls back, shows me this candle pattern, and then at the break of that, that's it, I'm a buyer and you're trading in that direction. Okay, so there you have it. That's my GBP USD. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Okay, zoom out first of all so I can show you something. Previous support, okay, this line here has shot up many times, supporting the market up to there until finally it just shot straight through. Previous support, that line can often come back and act as new resistance. Okay, so what that means is that as we shoot through, it may come up to this level now and be offer some resistance, so we could have an opportunity to become a seller off that level. So I've marked the zone, okay, here in my yellow. Let me just, doesn't matter where it happens, but it has to be somewhere on that line, and we're looking for a candle reversal pattern to occur somewhere in here, and then that would be my indication or my indicator to become a seller in this particular market. Okay, at the moment we're still a little bit short, so we need these candles to probably prop up a little bit, maybe something like that, and then that could be the trigger to basically come down and sell. All right, so keep an eye out on that one. It's in our watch list. It's Brent oil. And the last one for today is gold. Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to just jump to a monthly chart. I'm not going to trade off a monthly chart, but I just want to show you the levels. We have not been at this level for, I think historically, I don't think we've been at this far. My charts don't go far enough, but we're at 2,600. You look at the previous highs here, which are around about 1,700. They occurred in 2011, so that's like a long time ago. Okay, so we're in uncharted territory. A lot of it's got to do with a lot of the turmoil that's going on with the war situation, the elections. Whenever there's uncertainty, the only thing that is certain, or usually we tend to move back towards what they call the safe havens, currencies, or the metals, okay, the precious metals. So gold has a flavor, and a lot of money moves out of cash towards gold, and this is reflected in this chart as gold continues to steadily move up. So at the moment with gold, the only thing that I would look at is it's definitely in an uptrend, so trying to buy into the dips as such and just continue in this direction if you can. If not, just sit it out. If you don't like it, if you feel that it's too high, well then you basically just sit it out, okay? So there you have it. That's the analysis for this week. Again, guys, I will post up over here on the side all the major highlights to look out for. Quite a bit of data this particular week. The highlight is Aussie Reserve Bank interest rates decision on Tuesday, and we also have inflation data coming out on Wednesday. Take note, have a great trading week, and I'll speak to you next week for the weekly market analysis. Bye for now.